Stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment to make sure everything's set. Kick is going. Twitter's going. Date going. Rumble's going as well. Oh yeah, there's one last thing I need to do. I need to grab a drink. One moment, please. Everything is good to go. So, let's go to get started. Oh wait, need to check my other computer. Everything appears to be good to go. So, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with a 1v1 to start out with. Let's do this one. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Company Wars 1 replay. Spawn on top left side as the US forces, we have Ango Jeep. On the bottom right side, or just bottom side, as the Wehrmacht forces, we just have X. Looks like we can see a handful of pioneers being deployed on out. Second US engineer deployed on field, he is going for a third. And he maybe eyeing for a Wehrmacht quarter this one here. I'm not sure what he's doing. Yep, now he is eyeing for a Wehrmacht quarter, and that is going to be all of his pioneers. So both players are eyeing for 3 engineers. Barracks on the way, Wehrmacht quarters on the way. So far, pretty standard.
We've captured the location.
Munition sector is being captured on up, though he is going to do a quick bypass on the fuel.
We finished construction.
Barracks is now complete. Another munitions point is being captured up, so it looks like the US player is eyeing for heavy munitions. He may be eyeing for some early flamers or landmines. Both could be very handy. We do have what probably is going to be probably a Volksgrenadier. Could be MG42, could be a Schimmenwagen or a motorcycle. Take your guess now what it could be. I guess MG42. I'm usually wrong, so if you believe I'm correct, you are probably wrong. It is taking a bit of time to build out. Maybe it is MG42. Nope, Volksgrenadiers. I'm always wrong. First Rifleman squad almost deployed on field. Pioneers and engineers may be ready to engage each other relatively soon.
Rifle squad on point. Engineer squad ready.
Engineers are capturing that point. These engineers are captured up this munitions sector. I've got this Rifleman squad advancing on forward.
Look alive, people.
And this munitions point is being captured up. No bolts have been fired. First engagement here. Engineers will capture the strategic point there. Engineers are backing off to the garrison, so they'll probably let them win out this fight. If they get a bit close to each other, and rather than not stare at each other at a reasonable range, Rifleman squad does dance around the light cover there. This engineer squad is soft retreating way back to this cutoff point. It is not going to be cut off. This munitions sector is providing the resource income. And this Rifleman squad is actually pushing pretty deep. I'm not sure what he's eyeing to do with this Rifleman squad. He has a guess his opponent's gone for the MG42. He does spot it, so he's going to try over on the MG42. He guessed correctly. Does get the kill on the gunner there. Very, very nice. He likely will get it decrewed. Probably won't be able to capture the gun for his own usage. Probably not. Does decrew it and does fall back now. Volksgrenadiers may need to recapture it rather than the Pioneers. Yep, they do. And does soft-retreat away to the Wehrmacht quarters. He can send the Pioneer to capture this fuel point now. Such a VP has been captured by the Wehrmacht player. 2 VPs currently controlled by the Wehrmacht player. US player is starting to make his way over on this right side.
Looks like we fight today.
And
We've got
that's a
fight.
little bit overkill on the wire. Just go for 1, buddy. Not for 3. We got 3 layers of wire right there.
We got our flamethrower.
Really don't dive into that. It is going to rip you apart. It's not a giant trampoline.
Listen up, people. Squad, ready for action.
We do got a flamethrower deployed up by the US player, so I guessed correctly that it's going to go for a fast flamethrower or landmines. And the MG42 does find a volley there, but does not get any suppression. Pioneers inside the garrison. Does get a bit damage there, and with the Volksgrenadiers, yeah, probably a good idea to retreat back nice and early, because not only as well, there's also a lot of stuff on this sort of fallback path. Flame Engineers trying to decapture the central VP, but they may get suppressed down by this MG42. Decides to fall back nice and early with him as well. And down south, we've got the Flamer Pioneers being forced back as well.
Okay, people.
Engineers capture up the right flank. That sector will not be in supply. Pioneers and... Oh, there is an early landmine there as well. So, I was also correct as well for an early landmine.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down? What's next?
The Volksgrenadiers could force back the engineers and capture up all those sectors themselves. Volksgrenadiers inside this garrison. There is just the one window there, so it's not really a great garrison to fight from. So he's getting some good damage there because it is the leader that's firing. But the Flamer engineers will force them out of that garrison. Does get one model drop there. MG42 does pack on up. Rifleman squad advancing on forward. And the engineers themselves... Oh, both squads get inside the garrison. Over here we've got the engineers and Volksgrenadiers engaging as well in the Rifleman squad and the Flamer Pioneers. Flamer Pioneers getting some great damage there. Getting another burst now. Also, I do hear this is just MG42. Ghost for the Fatherland has just been active. So we do have doctrinal lock-in of the defensive doctrine for the Wehrmacht player. Let's get a bit of damage over there. Most of these squads did get forced back. Flame Engineers and Rifleman squad could advance on forward. MG42 not repositioned. Flame Pioneers do fall back. So does that Rifleman here.
Axis are winning the battle.
This fresher Rifleman squad, actually absolutely fresh Rifleman squad, getting the damage from the Volksgrenadiers. Rifleman squad has dropped the model. Volksgrenadiers had just taken a lot of bullets. Let's go and turn the camera back to normal. Rifleman squad and Flame Engineers advancing forward. The Flame Engineers may want to focus down that MG42. So to ensure the Rifleman squad, Flame Engineers do fall back, so does Rifleman. Took too much damage on the advance. He could have had just advanced to the heavy cover there to fire from, be a bit more durable rather than just move forward. And overall, the Volksgrenadier squad's doing pretty good right here. Those the engineers do manage to break through all that wire. The Volksgrenadiers could try laying down some more wire. And you got the Rifleman squad getting forced some back.
We're losing ground.
Rifleman squad does find the MG42, so that's all 3 models. Down half health though, below half health. Got another flamethrower for the US players, so we've got 2 flamethrowers on the field. Flame Engineers and Rifleman squad soft retreating away. 2 Flamer Pioneers here.
Grenades have arrived.
Oh, grenades, that's interesting. He has got a decent munitions float right now, 100 munitions. But not much manpower, a bit of fuel to work with. His opponent right now has a pretty good reserve of munitions, or not munitions, manpower. He is going for his Kriegsberg. He may see an early 251 half-track or for a Pak-38. Pak-38 is probably very likely in the near future.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Now I got the munition sector being captured on up. Curiosity has been pulled in the field. It's not at the retreat point there, so you have to micro into the healing aura.
We are losing territory.
Another for the Fatherland has been activated there. Flame Engineers not advancing forward, has avoided the Flame Pioneers as well. And these are squads see a bit of damage now. And 4-2s do suppress down the rifleman. These squads do fall back now. Flamer Pioneers advancing forward. Rifle squad severely wounded. He may want to retreat that back sooner rather than later to preserve his manpower. And you got a 251 half-track on the build queue, as was a fresh Grenadier. This is going to mount up with the Pioneers and with the Grenadier there. Volks Grenadiers advancing on forward. And giving damage down the Engineer. We've got another line of wire here. The wire here has not been replenished, nor has this munition sector captured up. Howdy. Flamer Pioneers advancing on forward, getting some good damage there onto the Rifleman. One Flamer Pioneer does fall back. No Kampfkraft Center for the Veterancy. And it looks like a grenade has been thrown there. Get a deadly hit on the Volks Grenadier. Volks Grenadier are severely wounded. But strong they will get wiped. And they do not get wiped. But there's another Rifleman squad here. Strong Cody will get wiped. And does get wiped.
What now?
Nice little pick there, taking out one of the Volks Grenadiers. I believe the servers are still on. There's the Steam version. This has the online version. Not sure if you have the CD or the Steam version. But I know the Steam servers are still online. Additionally, I think Steam has two different versions right now. It was like the standard version and the new Steam version, but now it's called Legacy version and just Legacy, and now just the new Steam version is now just the regular default version. So can't say for sure on top of my head though. Flamer Pioneers do get a bit of damage there. They got the 251 half-track spotted. Kampfkraft Center deployed field. He definitely does need veterancy both on his infantry and as with support units. Fresh Grenadier deployed on the field, so guys, 2 Grenadiers, 2 Volks Grenadiers. You converted the Steam version? That's nice. Not so sure what's different between the two. Maybe different patches. Maybe it makes it ease of access for the expansions all into one little multiplayer lobby, rather than splitting up the lobbies to separate games. Flamer Pioneers do fall back. Ooh, and the Flamer Pioneers do go down there. Nice little pick. MG42 deployed on the front line. No veterancy being pulled out just yet. Oh, he does actually Vet 1 infantry. Could use Vet 1 support weapons. Great suppression on these forces there. Forcing them back. Minesweeper deployed out as well. Very nice. Oh, speaking of which, he needs a Pioneer. Maybe with a Minesweeper in this region. He does have troops on the inside, but it looks like Gunner killed Crit. Half-track's going to see a bit of fire there. He's throwing a... Oh, that was a sticky bomb there. I thought it was going to be a frag grenade. The Rifle Squad does get killed there on the half-track as well. Volks Grenadier Squad does fall back. Yeah, I am severely disappointed with Company Heroes 3. I was completely disappointed with Company Heroes 3, and I refuse to touch it again. I even asked for a Steam refund, but of course, you have to have less than 2 hours, and I had 4 hours, 20 minutes. It was just 4.2 hours. Does get a grenade there, landmine detonation there on this Grenadier Squad, and full retreat. These forces finds another landmine there. Flame Engineers do get suppressed there. Rifle Squad advancing on forward.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Sniper ready for orders. New MP40s issued. Yes, Kamerad.
MP40 is now deployed on the field. We should be able to get some great damage there on these engineers. And the engineer squad does fall back. Volks Grenadiers engaging the rifle squad, gains some decent damage there, and does catch it up, and falls back.
What are
Both
your
Grenadier
orders?
decapturing up this point. Rifleman squad laying down landmines, which means he has gone for doctrine himself. He has gone for infantry versus defense. Pretty standard matchup, honestly. It feels like it's one of the most common matchups there is. Rifleman squad advancing forward, trying to get some damage on the MP40 squad. MP40 squad does stop decapturing that VP. Let's see. Right. For me, it was like the fact that I'm a mod making computers too. The fact that I saw so many reused icons, improper icons, and everything. My own mod has more polish in that game when I was first playing it. Not to mention, I didn't get past the campaign was so boring. It was Arden's Assault, but worse. They never improved the AI. I did not like it. I didn't even make it the multiplayer. The campaign, I expected something better than it is. At least Company Heroes 2 had at least methodology of his campaign. In Company Heroes 3, it was bad.
Yes, sir.
It was the same thing over and over again. Skirmish after skirmish after skirmish. I hated it. For me, the game has to have a good campaign as well as multiplayer. I couldn't even get past the campaign. It was just not fun, and not to mention so many game-breaking bugs. I only cast. I actually never played Company Heroes 1 online, though. Never have. I played quite a bit of Company Heroes 2. Was one got pretty high in 3v3s. There goes that Grenadier. Good landmine detonation there. Good placement. We saw the rifleman lay it down. I just have fun being spectator for Company Heroes 1. Also, I'm getting back into my modding for Company Heroes 2, so that's been eating up a lot of time. Honestly, I simply don't have enough time to play every single game online. I've been playing quite a bit of Age of Empires 4 online, as well as some War Thunder. Combined with Company Heroes 2 modding, I don't have much time for the shows with of course, work, daily streams, and everything. Grenadiers have been upgraded with the Panzerschreck. Does roll mostly on the Rifleman squad. Volks Grenadiers see a bit of fire from the Greyhound. They are at Veterancy 2 as well. And the fuel point has been recaptured. Pack 38 does get a good hit there onto the Greyhound. And looks like... never mind. And it looks like an M2 howitzer barrage raining on in now. Grenadiers are advancing on forward. We're seeing a bit of fire there from the Rifleman. Rifleman squad eye through a grenade. Looks like largely missed. Wehrmacht sniper on a field. Pack 38 just finds some pot shots there on the retreating squad, and looks like the engineers trying to repair up the Greyhound. Ah. Oh.
Lines are collapsing.
And there goes another sniper to our landmine. Flip. I don't know why, I always get a replay that has a sniper finding a landmine. MG42 firing away, suppressing down the Rifleman. Yep, I can understand. People didn't like the Company Heroes 2 reception of the Eastern Front, to say the least. I understand that. Rifleman squad advancing on forward over here. Volks Grenadiers still need some reinforcements, and we do have those Rifleman squad down here getting a bit of damage from the Grenadiers. Rifleman squad once again getting suppressed by the MG42. They're trying to capture it up. Should be able to capture it up in time. Volks Grenadier squad does get forced back by the Rifleman. Motor pool supply yard. We've got a supply yard upgrade. Pretty sure that's supply yard level 1. Yes, it is. Here, artillery barrage now raining on in. M2 eyeing for a barrage. Sumper in this region, let's trying to hit the MG42. MG42 is still inside the garrison. Both players have a similar amount of manpower, munitions, and fuel. For Company 1s, that's not too bad. Good grenade throw there on the Grenadiers. Stick grenade has been thrown. Decent grenade there as well. Both of them fall back.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
I know the Company Wars 1 non-legacy version, I checked it yesterday, it has like 1,000 peak players per month. Greyhound does find the landmine there, and the Pak-38 finished it off. Very nice. While in comparison, Company Wars 3 is at 1,500, so Company Wars 3 is not doing too well multiplayer. Company Wars 2, I think, is still at 3,000. So right now, Company Wars 2 has the larger player base out of 3 games. Or if you consider Legacy.
Grenadiers, listen up.
Flamingers do fall back. Oh wait, that's the Panzer Command. Panzer IV being plotted on the field. Ooh, very nice. That should be very handy. His opponent, does he have out a M1 AT gun? No, he does not. That is the M2 Howitzer. Rifleman squad advancing on forward, trying to get a bit damage onto the Volks Grenadiers. Heard a M2 barrage running on this sector, trying to hit an MG42, which he may walk into the barrage there. Grenadiers just inside the garrison. Does not find a hit there on the MG42. It's not exactly healthy. Not sure if it has any efficiency at the moment. And also the M2 barrage is hitting that MG42. Last round has been fired, but there's only one remaining model. Grenadiers are getting damage there, but do now have bar research as well as demolition charges. Interesting. I was not expecting demolition charges, so you may be eyeing to charge into his opponent's base and blow up some structures. The rifleman now advances forward, trying to get a bit of damage from the Grenadiers. Grenade has been thrown. Gets a great hit there on the Grenadiers. Grenadiers gets wiped out.
Territory sector being captured.
Panzer IV now deployed on the field. Do we see any efficiency on tanks? Does have efficiency 1 on tanks. No efficiency 2 at the moment. Rifleman squad does get forced back. Does get a decent hit there onto the Panzer IV. And the Rifleman squad does fall back. Does get another hit there on the Panzer IV. They're good, that's for sure. It feels like they're much better than stick grenades. Can't say the exact stat difference. And that's a really bad way to lose a Grenadier. And that squad was nozzically punched up. That was a pretty spread out squad. He does have another Grenadier now deployed in the field, a fresh one.
Yes, comrade.
Volks Grenadiers capture this sector there. Rifleman squad will probably displace them. He's down to 4 models. The Panzer IV is now pushing over here to engage. He does have access to sticky bombs. Does get it there. Does not have efficiency 1 support units. The Rifle squad does get forced back. Volks Grenadiers still has 4 models there, so the health regen will be useful. Grenadiers receive a bit of fire there. Grenadiers can fall back to light cover there. Riflemen are behind a heavy cover. That's for now rotating around. Could use a Pioneer to repair him up. This player, or the Barrel player, does have a bit of... not a lot of manpower. Decent amount of missions, as well as a decent amount of fuel. And depending on how many tanks spawn on the field, he may still need more fuel. Up here, got the Flame Engineers now hitting the Volks Grenadiers. The Volks Grenadier squad may need to fall back to some rather rifle squads hitting him. While losing those Grenadier squads has been a bit of a problem with him. M1 AT gun now deployed on the field, getting some hits, pop shots onto the Grenadier. Wehrmacht Sniper now deployed on the field. Again.
MG in combat! Maschinengewehr ready!
Rifle squad does get suppressed there. And the Rifle squad does fall back.
Territory captured. Yes, comrade.
Rifle squad pushing forward, trying to get some good damage onto the Volksgrenadiers.
We are losing territory.
Minesweeper does get forced back. Pack 38 advancing forward, camouflage now.
Opponent has 2
And
armored
84-2
forces.
does decide to full
Now I
withdrawal.
have defensive artillery.
Register artillery being called in, maybe over here? Yes, it is. Rifle squad could get wiped out. Register artillery is pretty deadly. It's very limited where you can call it in. Rifle squad does go down. While the Fatherland has been activated now, that it does expend the rest of its munitions. Though he does have a decent munitions income to support multiple uses for the Fatherland. Rifle or sniper trying to advance forward to the AT gun there. Does get a shot there. Rifle squad now trying to focus down the sniper. No efficiency on the support weapons. And takes out and decreases the AT gun there. Falls back.
The unit has died. Glory.
Oh, what was that? Was that a grenade from the rifleman? I heard a really weird explosion there. Was that a demolition charge? That sound effect did not sound like a grenade. It had to be a demolition charge, right?
The
Yep,
enemy
that
is
looks like a
seizing our
demolition
territory.
charge. The Wehrmacht player has bled off a lot of units, going for a Panther. Oh, he's going. It's funny, has a tank depot. Has a Hellcat on the field, so the Panther will be useful. Unit's been sniped. Wehrmacht snipers up to 4 kills. Flame engineers do fall back. M2, I think, eyeing for a barrage in this sector.
Field gun ready.
Looks like he's eyeing for a barrage somewhere over here.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Pioneers are capturing that fuel sector now.
What are my coordinates?
They actually may get a hit there onto this AT gun if he's not too careful.
Ready to go on the hunt.
Wehrmacht sniper may get
Losing
crushed.
ground out there.
Does spot the Wehrmacht sniper there. Pack 38 already set on up. Does get some good hits there. Panzer IV severely damaged. Offense parachute raining on in to hit the Pack 38. Pack 38 still having trouble with the angle. May receive a hit there from the offense parachute there, and there goes the Panzer IV to the Hellcat. AT gun takes out the Hellcat now.
Our forces are taking
Rifle squad does get
casualties.
suppressed there. Now got a Panther on the field. Flame engineers trying to get some bursts onto the MG42. MG42 falls back now. Wehrmacht sniper trying to get some shots there. Panther firing some shots onto the AT gun, trying to destroy it. And fails at it. Fresh Hellcat deployed in the field. Does get another shot there. Does actually hit the AT gun this time. Hellcat does not get a shot off. Rifle squad advancing forward. He needs to start running away from him so he avoids the sticky bomb. He may get the sticky bomb off. And does get the sticky bomb off there. Now the rear armor is exposed. AT gun has been recrewed. Good hit there. A lot of damage from the Panther right now. Though he is out of range of the AT gun. We've got register artillery now being brought on in. Pack 38's in a good defense position there. AT gun does not get decreed at the moment. Severely damaged. Does get another sticky bomb off there. Hellcat, main gun destroyed right there, fully immobilized. Grenadier squad needs to hit that AT gun. Takes out the Hellcat now.
What are my coordinates?
And now the AT gun does get decrewed. It looked like it was trying to hit the Pack 38. M2 now trying to hit the Panther. He does have 2. Or that's the US player. He does not have any Pioneers on the field. Rifle squad maybe trying to eye for a sticky bomb onto the Panther. Now Rifle squad does fall back off that parachute raining on in, but it looks like it's off-centered. That round, however, was good. And that round was also good, so he at least killed the target. Wehrmacht player is going for another Panzer IV. Over here, is this going to be a Sherman tank or another Hellcat? It is a Sherman tank. He doesn't have a lot of resources remaining, not a lot of munitions. He does only have supply yard level 1.
We're back at full fighting strength.
The Huns are taking our territory.
Flame engineers advancing forward. Does get a receive a snipe shot there.
Logistics claims they can support rapid deployment.
Rapid deployment and range is now available. Was a half or tiny amount of command points left until the off-map combat group. He's maybe saving his manpower for it.
We're down to 100 points.
US players actually, the Wehrmacht player's been playing the VP game pretty good. M42 now is able to suppress on the rifleman squad, maybe we'll get a pin. Should stop him from being fully captured, but he will still maintain a capture against his opponent, because right now there's a single capture against his opponent. Sniper falls back. Does not go down there, but the M42 already gets flanked. M42 needs to fall back sooner rather than later. The rifle squad does fall back, does actually manage to fully capture that VP.
Enemy unit
And the
down.
MG42 gets wiped
Reinforcements
out.
ready to roll.
Off-map combat group deployed field. Oh, 2 Greyhounds. That may be not good versus a Panzer IV, but it's really good to help secure the flanks. You could just park a Greyhound up here, and his opponent will have to send the Panzer IV to engage it, and then you can send another Greyhound over here. If he keeps these Greyhounds split apart, it can cause some serious troubles for the Wehrmacht player.
Krauts have cut
Plus the
forward
80 gun
supply
and a rifleman squad, that's also pretty good as well. 80 gun versus the Panzer IV, very good. Another rifleman squad, never hurts. Oh, probably will hurt a lot because it's more bodies to be shot at.
Yeah.
Greyhounds are now advanced down
Our front lines are collapsing.
north-ish.
We've got new recruits.
80 gun set up here. We got also the fresh rifleman squad here. We'll spot the Knights crossholders here. 80 gun does get balanced there on the Panzer IV. Veteran C1 still on the Panzer IV. Over here, no Veteran C just yet. They have 2 Knights crossholders. They do have Veteran C2. Knights crossholders advancing on 4, trying to get some hits on the rifleman squad. The US player is captured at this point. Right now there is a capture in favor of the Wehrmacht player. Knights crossholders see a bit of fire there. Yes, Knights crossholders are seeing literal fire as well. Now the Greyhound here support this flank, while the other one is being harassed by this Greyhound. He's going to use the Minesweeper squad to capture the point, but probably he needs to stop doing that. Minesweeper squad's about to get wiped out, trying to get pulled around by the Greyhound, which he is being pretty successful at that.
We're losing territory. One of our sectors has been
And the Minesweeper squad does go down. Greyhound now seeing large amounts of Pack 38 fire and does use the pack abuse bug.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut
And
off
there
from
goes that
supply.
Greyhound.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
As before, looks like it found a landmine. Does roll a miss there on the Greyhound. Knights crossholders could finish him off with a Panzerfaust. Panzer rolls another miss. And he tried to go for a landmine there, but does go down to the Panzer IV. Rifleman squad eyeing to not be captured at that point. Knights crossholders needs some reinforcements as well as a bit of healing. Grenade's been thrown, does avoid it. And the Grenadiers are going to be eyeing a grenade in return. And he does force him back with it.
Pioneers reporting.
Attention.
M2 now firing a barrage over here. Looks like it's actually over here. Grenadiers are eyeing for this VP now. Does stop capturing it up. He may be eyeing for a stick grenade on that flame engineer. He does have missions to work with. He has 6 command points as well. That should be enough for the 28cm rocket barrage if I'm not mistaken.
We are
And one
losing
AT gun in this region,
territory.
Rifleman Squad trying to decapture this VP, and this will be soon to be a triple capture, just maybe just a single capture against the Wehrmacht forces. Another
We
Wehrmacht
have
sniper
three
pull in the
points
field.
left.
Panzer IV still alive, does have 2 Pioneers for repairs, very nice. His engine is no longer damaged, but himself is still quite
We
damaged.
are losing ground.
Rifleman Squad is seeing a bit of fire there. Rifle Squad is seeing a bit of damage. Other Rifle Squad is trying to push forward for a sticky bomb, but the Pioneers getting some great repairs. Rifle Squad getting knocked around and does fall back now. This Rifle Squad is seeing massive amounts of damage there. Grenade thrown on the Night Squad orders annihilates a large number of them.
The defenders
Does drop a
fought
bar there.
until death.
He's dropped, lost one of the snipers right there to the rifleman. Does use the healing crates there. Does receive a frag grenade. Does get one of the models there, and does get another lost drop another model there. He's going to use the capture of the point. Triple capture against the Wehrmacht player, so he does have a bit of VPs to work with. You can trade the VPs for resources. Rifleman Squad maybe will get a sticky bomb off onto this Panzer IV. That's also capture that point. Hellcat advancing forward. I guess he may have canceled that Sherman tank. I thought he had a Sherman tank on the build field at one point in time. As Crossroad needs fully withdrawal. Rifleman Squad does re-pick up the bar there. Thank you. I try to find good replays. Oh, and it looks like the Grenadier is eyeing for a pair of Panzerschrecks.
What do you want?
He needs to repair up that Panzer IV. A couple of taps of the wrench, he should be fine. Looks like he does lay down landmine here. He may find another sniper.
Herr, Yankees in sight.
I meant that as a joke. Knights Cross Orders finds a landmine. And one Panzer has been upgraded. Does get a good hit there. 2 more hits and he could be down. Second Panzer is halfway completed. Does roll and miss there. So it looks like it takes a full Panzer shot to get half a upgrade. If that's any unit of measurement. A very bad unit of measurement. That's 4 advance forward. Second Panzer has been researched. Wait, did he upgrade these with 50 cows? Or were they off on combat groups? Panzer does roll, pair misses there. Panzer 4, advancing forward, trying to get some damage on the Rifleman Squad. Grenadiers behind some heavy cover there. Rolls another miss there. Does get hit there. And now he's going soft trade away with it. Inches maybe iron for pretty repairs, and the Grenadier Squad may need to fall back. Over here we got the Knights Cross Orders see a bit damaged. That mortar's definitely from the Alpha combat group there. An M2 barrage raining on in, but there's nothing there. He may have been hitting that sniper, trying to hit that sniper. Knights Cross Orders see a bit of fire there. Knights forward trying to get repaired on up. Good hit there by the M2. Falls back. This sniper does get forced back as well. He has 2 snipers on the field again. And his Knights Cross Orders will be shortly overran. Does fall back not so early with it. Panzer IV getting some more artillery barrage in there. Does receive a bounce, however, from the Hellcat. Rifleman Squad maybe eyeing for a sticky bomb. Let's see. He could stand for another Panzer IV, in my opinion. He could provide some good mixed support. Grenade has been thrown. Pioneers do avoid it. AT gun rolls. Does get some hits there using the pack abuse bug to increase the rate of fire.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
VP now being captured up. These Flamingers have captured this VP and will see some fire from the defense crew of the Pack 38 and now from the Panzer IV. And now the Flamingers do fall back. AT gun has been pulling field. M2 howitzer eyeing for barrage in this region.
The enemy is
This
seizing our
structure
territory.
is Gets a decent hit there on the Pioneer, but this structure's misleading. These panels can be blown off pretty quickly, so one good hit from the howitzer, I believe, could destroy this garrison. A rifleman squad advancing forward. Knights Cross sort of soft retreating away.
They're losing a sector.
Now got two snipers hitting this rifle squad. Another pair of hits could finish them off. Does roll a miss. Hellcat not fully repaired. Two Panzerstrike shots may be able to finish it off. It's hard for me to tell. He also has 8 command points as well. He could invest it. He's also at pop cap as well, so he needs to capture some more sectors. Now Fog of War. Let's see, the US player does have, of course, plenty of fuel for the rest of the game and for the next game. US players have just been calling in off-map combat groups. These Hellcats need some repairs. AT gun does see a pair of Panzerstrike hits, 2 direct hits. Now the rifle squad does fall back as well. He should be able to finish off the AT gun. AT gun goes down after 1 hit. Oh, and I slipped on that landmine at the last moment. Wait, was there another sniper hitting a landmine there? No, he saw both the snipers. Okay, he may have been destroying them. Nope, he lost a sniper there.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
There's his rifle. I swear, that happens more often than you would imagine. That he lost 2 snipers this game to a landmine. We do have the Panzer IV receive a snare.
Losing ground.
Trying to capture this point. There's a triple capture against the US player. That's not good for the US player. He does not have many VPs remaining. This will result in him in double capture, but I don't think he's going to fully capture it. Now I've got 2 Panzer IVs afield. One has a damaged engine. But as long as they stay together, they should be fine. Remember, Wehrmacht tactics in World War II was Blitzkrieg. Focus all your armor at one point, right? Rifleman squad received a bit of damage there. This rifle squad does actually manage to capture the point in time. He's good there on this rifle squad. This Pioneer squad needs to fall back as well. Pioneer squad does go down. Rifleman squad's both down to 1 model, or no, that one has 2. Knights Cross will do fall back with the Flame Engineer in this region.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Hellcat camouflage getting repaired on up. And does see some sniper hits there. Knights Cross holders will see a bit of fire there from the riflemen. Now we've got 3 Hellcats on turn 4. There's a Pak 38 for defense. This one does not have an engine repaired. Does get another hit. Where's the other Panzer IV? The other Panzer IV is way over here. So this Panzer IV will get overran. Destroyed engine crit. So they really can't move around all too well. And does the main gun destroy the crit there. Pak 38 trying to get another shot off, but having trouble. The other Hellcat has gone down. Does get this AT gun decrewed. Still got to capture. Oh nope, now it's neutral. The Wehrmacht player is capturing the center of the map. He needs to get a Panzerfaust on this one. Yep, Panzerfaust is lining up and firing. Destroyed engine crit there, so that can be picked off by the other Panzer IV. This one has a damaged engine crit. And that's because it's advancing up north, trying to capture it up. Got a capture against the US player. It's soon to be double, then triple capture. That's crossholders trying to capture the point. Panzer IV here needs to push forward a little bit to get a body block. He tried to go for crush there, but the Knights crossholders actually juked him. Panzerfaust does connect. Main cannon hits as well. Panzer IV may not win this duel. Gets a good hit there.
The enemy advances.
Now it's in death. Miss rolls a pen. He does get a kill there. Panzerfaust fires. Destroyed engine crit there. Enters the Panzer IV. The other Hellcat has been destroyed. It may have been from his own howitzer barrage. Rifle squad advancing forward. Next, Grenadiers need to focus down on that Hellcat. It's got a neutral capture at the moment. Rolls a couple misses there. Knights crossholders may want to just advance forward, hit that rifleman. 2 snipers firing away, getting some hits there on the rifleman squad. We got a large number of riflemen. Wehrmacht player has a bit of manpower to work with. US player has a bit of manpower to work with. Patrick rolls missed there, so looks like the Hellcat may be saved for now. He does have an engineer way back home. Now the triple capture in favor of the US player. As Crossroads gets forced him back, Pioneers will fall back as well. Pioneers inside the garrison. Probably will not be able to take out that rifleman.
Enemy unit down.
And I think a Pioneer may have been wiped out. Sniper hits on these riflemen. Volks Grenadiers who fall back. They could be wiped out. It does get wiped out there. Half 30 has been captured up as well. Now we've got a fresh Panzer IV. Hellcat's not crawling his way home. Engineers trying to rush over to repair it. Does get a decent hit there.
Victory point under siege. The Germans are moving in.
Does get a hit there on the rifle squad. Panzer IV finds a decent hit there as well. You'll be able to capture the central VP. There's such one other one being decaptured as well.
Hellcat, yep.
Hellcat still needs some repairs. He's approaching enough manpower for another off-map combat group. Our player has no Pioneers at the moment. Not like his Panzer IV has been able to receive any more repairs anytime soon. Does have a good number of command points, but maybe just trying to save it up for registered artillery in the future. You can use registered artillery to keep this point secure. Grenades been thrown. Does get one of the models there. Falls back now. Registered artillery is relatively cheap. Panzer IV is doing a good job as an alternate substitute for registered artillery.
Sharpshooter here.
All he may want to do right now is just focus on keeping these 2 points secure. Maybe a little bit suicidal as well. This rifle squad does not have a whole lot of models. Actually, no, that's 2 separate rifleman squads. That was one. Another off-map combat group does get deployed a few. Does get another 2 Greyhounds, a Hellcat, and a rifleman. Oh, he's been rolling lucky with those off-map combat groups. Those Greyhounds can help him secure up the flanks, whereas the Hellcat engages the Panzer IV. Rifleman squad does go down. He does not use registered artillery to keep this point alive, or it's captured. Does take up that other rifleman squad there. Max Cross is trying to push their way forward. VP has been captured here. Right now it's just a neutral capture. Max Cross is trying to capture this point now, trying to dissuade the flame engineers from existing. Max Cross trying to hit this Hellcat now. As for some may just want to advance up there. Something went down over here. And 2 howitzers were running on in. And we got the engineer getting destroyed. Backpack was detonated. Needs to focus on that rifleman squad. Prevent it from capturing up the sector. Does prevent him from capturing up the sector. That's Crossroads trying to capture this point there. A Panzer IV could result in engine damage. Won't get the kill onto it. Does get Veteran C1. Gets another hit there. And he backs him up the corner. He almost gets a crush there. The Airlock snipers advancing forward, getting some damage here, but with 2 Greyhounds in the region, these snipers can't really advance all too well. Panzer IV backing on off. Nothing else being deployed at the moment, it appears to be. Could still use a Pioneer. It's been relatively decent long. Nothing too significant. Good hits on the Hellcat. Another Hellcat advancing forward. Maybe it'll crush on the Wehrmacht snipers. I think this Panzer IV is going down. Panzer IV goes down, giving him a Veteran C3 Hellcat. And even though I think the Wehrmacht player has lost the game now, does get a Panzer shot there. There's only 1 Panzer on this squad. Does get out of control crit there. That almost looks like a landmine to me. Nice crossorders get forced on back there. Triple capture with the Wehrmacht player. He doesn't have many tickets left himself. These forces need some reinforcements. He has a decent amount of infantry. And it looks like the Wehrmacht player may have backed out of the game. Yep, looks like he may have backed out of the game.
We're losing territory. We have only 50 points in reserve, and even this is dropping.
Well, that was a good game played by both sides. This is Andrew saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. And with that, I want to double check that clip of the sniper hitting the landmine. Yeah, I'll worry about it a little bit later. As I'm going to get a whole playlist on YouTube, just snipers finding landmines. Yeah. Let's see now. Let's go into a 2v2 now. This one should work fine. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Company Wars 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the US forces have run into my skill. Spawn on the left side as the British forces, we have Sky is the limit. Spawn on the top right side as the Pounds Elite player, we have Smoko. And spawn as the Wehrmacht forces, we have Drexen is the limit El Matador. Honestly, I hate the concept of one-man snipers in Company Wars 1, 2, and it's like that in 3, all the same as well. I sort of like the concept of like the Jaeger-Light Infantry and the Pathfinders in Company Wars 2 as a support unit rather than people treated as a one-man army. I got a lot of chats going on. I wasn't really paying attention. Scoper squad eyeing to capture the central cutoff point. His HQ command truck has not backed on up. Let's get him selected. There's more variety of what openers that the British players can do. We've got Wehrmacht quarters and barracks spawn field, pretty standard. We do have now the engineers inside the garrison and G43 squad moving around. And now we do have the HQ command truck pulling out a lieutenant. Unscope rifle squad, maybe eyeing for the mission sector as a scope rifle squad advances up north. There is a pioneer and 2 pioneers in this region. Engineer squad has received a small arms fire. Got 2 engineer squads in this region. And now we do have the Panzer Grenadier squad getting forced on back. Just too many squads for him to deal with. He could potentially deal with the 2 engineers, but not with the riflemen in support. Scope squad eyeing for the garrison. Does deny from the MG42. He may either focus on the Pioneer or if the MG42 would be a good idea. The Pioneer is very wounded. I'll be tapping just to quickly force him back. Let's see, he is focused on the MG42 first. Does get damage there. Got a slit trench trying to be pulled up by the unupgraded squad. HQ command truck's going for a Brennan carrier and then to pack up. So that's when he's packing up now. Engineers advance forward, trying to get a bit of damage on the engine on those Panzer Grenadiers. Rifle squad does back to light cover there. There's only 2 windows on the side, so it's not a great garrison to fight from. Engineer squad does fall back there. And now we've got the Scorpion squad advancing out of the garrison. Still seeing a bit of fire from the motorcycle, however. Over here, the Kaliningrad just moving around, capture some sectors. Does not fully complete the slit trench just yet, waiting till the last moment to finish it off. And Grad being forced on back. Now we've got the rifle squad hitting the Panzer Grenadier. Now here we've got the Pioneers push way forward. We've got the motorcycle in the bush. Really hard to see them. MG42 now advancing down south. Panzer Grenadiers and Kaliningrad captured the fuel point. Rifle squad still engages G43 squad. Maybe a different squad in there. Yep, so just 2 windows firing. I suppose with Panzer Grenadiers, 2 windows is fine. Not a huge issue. Mortar in place not going up. Brennan carrier pushes way forward. And we got the Volksgrenadier. Maybe eyeing for a Panzerfaust. Probably a little bit too early for that. And does have a small arms fire onto the slit trench. So the slit trench may get destroyed. Does cancel the mortar emplacement. Intersection now fighting behind the heavy cover there. Volksgrenadiers push way forward. I would be have to take the motorcycle and focus on the slit trench just to make sure it just doesn't get complete. Does fire Pacifiles there, getting a good hit there onto the Brent carrier. Lieutenant does go and get himself a taxi. It does say for the repairability now on the back for the Brent carrier. Motorcycle advancing forward. Lieutenant is in the region. Lieutenant seeing a bit of fire there. Volksgrenadiers are not doing all too well in hell. Pacifiles does connect, takes out the Brent carrier. Does get damage and crit there. Lieutenant may be able to defeat it himself. And there we go. Lieutenant destroyed himself a motorcycle. Rifleman squad and Flame Engineers push my forward. Captain Grant does get forced back, so does G43 squad. Right now the field of control is very much in favor of the Allies at the moment. A lot of the Axis forces are just withdrawing. And the HQ command truck has been set up in this munition sector, but more in the center towards, so we'll be able to fire some fire support towards a field point. Or it could be detrimental and be him being locked down right here. Field support truck now being deployed on out, going for more sledge trenches, very nice. And now this rifle squad is catching the central VP. This will be a triple capture in favor of the Allies.
Victory point is ours.
Do now have a Wehrmacht sniper deployed out in the field.
The lads have completed the slit trench.
Bring guns and magazines issuing.
Brands have been equipped. Now they're inside a slit trench there. That can provide some good fire support in that region. Does abandon the trench there, going for another slit trench. Pioneers and Volksgrenadiers advance forward. Sniper in the mix as well. Rifleman eyeing for that heavy cover. This rifleman does get outside the garrison, and now the Scoper squad try to go for a vigorous replacement there. It does get interrupted. Sniper received quite a bit of damage there, being a negative cover there, resulting in a lot of extra damage. Flame Engineers advancing forward. There is an STG squad in this region, however. Flame Engineers does get some great damage here. Does fall back, may get wiped out, does get wiped out. 2-2 now pull on the field. Grenadiers trying to push move forward, getting some damage there. Rifle squads may want to focus on the STG squad and perhaps get sticky bomb research. Let's see if he has sticky bomb research or being researched. Nope. He may not have it researched either. Rifle squads receiving quite a bit of damage there, getting body blocked by that STG squad and being chased all the way back home. He may lose one of these squads. Engineers advancing forward, trying to give it damage there. It does get wiped out one of the squads, and does wipe out both of them. Oof. Does cancel supply yard there. Flame Engineers trying to get a bit of burst there. He's not in a good position right now.
We hold the initiative. Our front lines are collapsing.
We'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
There's a triage center here for our healing. Our squad does full withdrawal, but that squad is very, very wounded. Good chance he could actually get wiped out as well. Now he's trying to pursue him. STG squad here to support as well. Does get a good number of models tied on up, but the leader will fall back in time. He decides to blitz on forward. Does receive a bit of healing there. May want to get inside the garrison. And does lose the entire squad there as well. Oof. That's all of his rifleman squads down. Up north, got the Scoper squad push way forward, forcing back those pioneers. Those bunch of slit trenches there. Advance forward, trying to give it damage. At this point in time, both of us probably would not hurt. They may need to go for just something at least. He has Piets on the field, doesn't have a captain just yet.
Target has been secured. Should we build it up?
Both grenadiers push way forward, trying to give it damage there. Rifle squad getting some good damage onto it. Got some Pack-8 fire onto the HQ command truck. Both Grenadiers gain a bit of damage on the Scope Rifle squad. These intersection advancing forward, not fully healed. These squads may be trying to get inside the garrison. They do get inside the garrison. Probably a good angle for them to fire out of. Looks like one of them is firing towards the Grenadier squad. The Grenadier squad is going to get hit significantly, but some of these are intersection as well.
Attacking our supply lines.
Both Grenadiers will be on peak after that point there. Does get forced back. And this Grenadier squad does get forced back as well. Down south, to force back another rifleman.
Seers have what they need to call in artillery.
The British forces now have deployed out Royal Artillery. The US player may have selected Doctrine. He only has 2 command points. I think at this point in time they should have 3. Maybe just 2 is correct. If I compare to other players, so 2 is probably the right amount. AT gun does get decrewed there. Damage and crit there onto the Greyhound, and not Greyhound, 2-2, and does go down to the Greyhound. This Wehrmacht player has selected defense. Pak-38 does not get a shot off there. In fact, that's actually captured up by the British forces. And the British player would love to have a Pak-38 because hits, in my opinion, are just unreliable.
Pioneer team ready.
Panzer Grenadiers getting some good repairs. Do have another half-track and AT gun being deployed in the field.
Complete.
Let the eye of the Reich Eagle survey the battlefield.
Light AT gun now deployed in the field. Does have the improved spotting as well for the Wehrmacht player. The Panzer player has so far not selected the auction, has selected the structures for the Panther research. Going for base healing. Can't say what research he has at the moment, but probably need a bit of fuel either way. Tony does have 3 Panzer Grenadier squads, light the half-track and 2-2. Light the half-track does roll a miss there. It does get a hit there on the 2-2. Rifle squad just fighting away from heavy cover. And looks like we do have the AT gun and half-track advancing this sector. Looks like it's currently not garrisoned. And now we do have an M2 howitzer barrage raining on in. Pretty sure that's M2 howitzer. Or it could be the British 25 pounder. Yep, it's not from the US player. You have a British 25 pounder deployed on the field. Greyhound gains some good damage down to 2. Light half track, not in facing the right direction. Flame engineers advancing forward. Rifle squad behind a bit of heavy cover there, and sections are making their way forward as well. We got a good hit there from officer artillery. Get some good model drops there. Light half tracks falling back.
Go ahead.
Volks Grenadiers and Red Grenadiers pushing forward. Got a bit damage onto the intersections. AT gun trying to find some hits there onto the garrison. Got a slit trench now crewed by some scope rifles there. Those ones there on the half track. Grenadiers and regular Grenadiers. Volks Grenadiers and regular Grenadiers are pushing way forward, making some damage there. The church has been deployed on the field. You can ask his teammate to garrison it. His Brent squad is severely wounded. And his Brent squad does go ahead and garrison the slit trench. It may be a good idea to tag out and let the riflemen sit in there. They are good. They can be a good squad to fight from there. PSS roll up paramedics there on the Grenadiers. AT guns currently camouflaged back here, but it's a little bit weak, so they know it exists. I do have the armor command truck for the British forces. We do driving away. Oh, here we got these Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward.
Unit is KIA.
Oh, it says something to KIA. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, probably the AT gun. Got a large number of these Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward. Rifle squad does try to get the garrison. Greyhounds in the region. They've got 2 SDG squads in that rifle squad. Does go ahead and knock around the rifle squad there with the Greyhound. Very nice. Britain squad has not tagged out for a rifle squad. Just to specify there is a US landmine there. Let's find one of the Panzer Grenadiers. Does get some good damage there. Falls back. Got a fully immobilized crit there onto the Greyhound there. Good hits down the light track. Does get destroyed by the M1 AT gun.
German half-track has been destroyed.
Friend squad needs to fall back sooner rather than later. It needs to probably scuttle it. Does scuttle it.
Infantry closing in on us! Taking fire!
Ooh, and Officer Artillery does get a great hit there. Grenadier squad does fall back there. The other Grenadier squad may want to get out of the garrison and fall back as well. Does fall back to the garrison. Going to get reinforced there. Down to one last model there. Rolls in the zone Pantrack. The Grenadier still has, or the Greyhound still has plenty of health to work with. Now got the Flaming Engineers advancing on forward as well. Left flank is being catched up by the British forces once again. So some ghost slit trenches to those. Our squad push way forward, trying to get some damage onto these Wolves Grenadiers. It does get a shot down the Greyhound. Greyhound's almost dead. Good hit out there, but does get main control crit there. Does get decrewed, throws a rifleman frag there. And these forces are starting to fall back to the half track there, get reinforcements. They currently have missions to research. Half track received another good hit there by the Piet. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers trying to engage, but they're a little bit wounded there before the Fatherland has been activated. Grenadiers has all 5 models there, but severely wounded. Probably use medical crate ability. Soft retreats away. And we got Pioneers repairing up the half track now. Good news, severe damage. Got the sappers and the infrastructure pushing their way forward. Lieutenant captured both the region. Lieutenant is severely wounded, does fall back nice and early. Piet rolls a miss there. Another Grenadier squad advancing forward. The half track see quite a bit of repairs. The half track does see a bit of fire there. That's Grenadier see a bit more fire there.
Supercharged rounds to the artillery line.
Supercharged rounds are now available. Take a look at each player's doctrines. The British forces have plenty of resources at the moment. A lot of manpower, a lot of munitions. This guy's a command tank, going for a Firefly. US player is going for armor, has plenty of manpower, going for the Calliope line. Does have quite a bit of munitions to work with. That is definitely scorched earth, and has a decent amount of fuel to work with as well. His teammate, or his opponent, the Paisley player has gone for scorched earth, has plenty of manpower, not much of anything else at the moment. No Panther being researched, not sure how the research project progress is. And for the defense player, he does have some manpower, no munitions, and little fuel. The man tank advancing forward, trying to get some hits there on the Grenadier. Does force him back. Not necessarily hits, but crushes. We've got some artillery raining on in. Rifle squad's push way forward. Grenadier received a damage there. Rifleman frag has been thrown. Gets a great hit there. 6 models, 7 models went down that frag grenade. Grenadier squad does fall back. Volks Grenadiers do not fall back. Vector target being cast on in by the captain. And Lieutenant falls back as well. 2-2 now trying to blitz on forward. Receive deadly hits there from the Firefly. And now the Vector target is raining on in. Maybe I'll take out, never mind, the Greyhound take out the Tank Buster. Now we do have a pair of casualties being recovered, so 1 more there. 2 more casualties until free squad. Like a punch-out card. You buy 10 purchases there, you get 1 free, right? In this case, recover 6 casualties, you get 1 free squad. Command tank and Firefly push way forward, but won't be able to do much for his Tank Buster. Got the Scope Rifle squad in support as well. Though that Firefly has done some decent damage there. Beautiful boy designated marksman there. Nope, he does not get it off there. More artillery raining on over here. Not sure what doctrine research of the Wehrmacht player has at the moment, but I do see a PaK-38 being built on the field. Penchuk squad, or Penchuk and SCG squad advance forward. Penchuk squad does fall back. It's getting some great damage there onto that rifleman. Rifle squad does fall back now. Now got, I think that maybe creeping barrage been brought in. Could be an Ox artillery of some sort. Black 88 firing some shots randomly. Smoke round does miss or connect with the 251. PaK-38 does get overrun by these forces as well. Maybe we'll get the crew, very likely it will. French squad advance up forward. Does manage to camouflage away. And all these horses do fall back now. Got now 2 Fireflies on the field that can really rip apart Panthers. Another barrel player. Still unknown battle phase. Thank you. And get some good rest. We do not have the Hesley player. Still don't know his progress towards the Panthers. Doesn't have the available at the moment. Looks like one of the players may be lagging out a little bit. Maybe fully lagged out of the game. Grenadier does get a bit damage there. Oh, it's the Brit. Incendiary grenade spawn thrown. Takes out that intersection there. Rifle squad trying to stop that Grenadier. It's still lagging a little bit. That ain't good. Did lose one of the Fireflies there. Some good stare on the Fireflies. Got a Cromwell on the field. And I think he is microing the Cromwell tank, so I think he's back in the game. Really, really bad lag spike. He's losing a large number of nope, he's still lagging on the game. Almost like the... Not sure what the Cromwell is doing this entire time. Unable to take out that Firefly just yet, and he does get taken over by an AI. Cromwell does go down. Command tank's still here. Command tank's sort of retreating. Now we got the Central VP being repaired up by the US player. Sort of shame that he lagged out. Got a bit of shots there on the rifleman. Now over here we do have a Calliope as well as a PaK-38. Medic station currently has 1 capture covered. Looks like the British medics are in this area as well. So it looks like he's not grabbing any captures for himself, just all for the US player. Calliope barrage raiding on in, trying to hit the Black 88. Black 8 does save a small hit there. And looks like the point has been disabled. ×2. Over here. Hummel will now pull on the field. Do now have the AT gun now getting overrun by the Grenadier squad. The AI's Firefly does see a bit of fire there. Grenade has been thrown. Does fortunately avoid it. Scope Rifle squad and Intersection does try to repair up that Central VP. Those lose that squad entirely. Ooh. Yep, that is a lot of artillery raiding in there.
Mobile howitzers have arrived and are ready to roll out.
The AI is trying to repair it up. He's actually pretty close actually repairing. This 2-man squad has 75-80% complete. Booby trap building is now available, and the point has been repaired. Half track does drop off some forces here. Grenadiers with Pentrix. Same bit of fire there. Rifle squad just currently suppressed there. Flame engineers gains a bit of damage on here. And it looks like the Pentrix are actually trying to capture the VP. There's currently a double capture against the Hesley players. In fact, look how little VPs they have. They can't scorch point, they have to capture it. So this game can still go in favor of the allies, even though one of the players have been dropped and now is an AI. Get a bit of damage on the armor command truck. A lot of Pantrix in this region. Does decapture this point as well. This one has been captured on up, and this point is being decaptured now. US player's going to have a lot of work on his hand. Disables that point. Knows he can't keep it secure, so might as well disable it. Howdy. STG squad advancing on forward, trying to get a bit of damage here. And the AI is going to need some reinforcements, I'm sure. Let's see what the AI is doing at the moment. Not reinforcing these squads, that's what he's doing. He is reinforcing this one there, but the AI needs to start reinforcing a lot of stuff. His teammate has plenty of munitions to work with, including field repair. He does have 2 Calliope's and a Greyhound. He does not have a tank depot at the moment, so you may want to eye for that. Back 38 rolls a shot there. Got some artillery raining on in. Gains is there onto the PS squad. Up here, Lieutenant trying to push forward. He's currently following a squad. Apparently way back here. Looks like the M2 Hauser does get a good hit there. Maybe that's officer artillery from that AI officer. And there goes that command tank. Rocket squad pushing forward, does get some good suppression there. Does pick up Pantrick there with that Grenadier. The rocket squad needs an eye for the VP. And second, we do have the scope arm squad to capture the central VP. Good number of Panzer Grenadiers trying to stop them, however. 5P may be able to get a very close range barrage here. Does see hits there by the Flak 88. Flak 88 has half health. Flak 38 does get this wiped out there. Great artillery raining on in. He's armored. He's already kept the point there with the Greyhound. Very, very nice. And Central VP has been decaptured. Attack squad does get a bit of damage there onto the Grenadier. There's no frag grenade there. Rolls and miss there. Private squad falling back. This point is being captured up. Does use field repair to repair the Calliope's. Kraken squad, that point is disabled. This point disabled. We're trying to repair it. And now this point is kept by the US player. So leaving those points disabled and stack throwing everything on the northern flank would be very useful to help keep them to win the game. They don't have a lot of the player and the AI don't have a lot of VPs to maintain. We do advance forward with light TF track. Back 8 getting some pot shots on in, and we now got the rifle squad being dispersed by the MG42. Both the VPs being decaptured. This play has a large number of field weapons on the field. That was like that. Rifle squad does get forced back by an artillery barrage. AI still advance forward. Gains some hits there onto the MG42. Some VP still being trained paired up by the British forces, by the AI. This point has been scorched as well. All points have been scorched. Now I got a booby trap there. Let's see where the booby traps are at. No booby traps in on either of these 2 points. So the Brits need to capture the sector. The Axis players have been counted down once again. They have M1AT gun firing away, as well as the steward in this region. Have the Grenadier squad advancing forward. Flamer, Pioneer, Flamer Engineers for those forcing back. Got the Greyhound still alive as well. Special C3. Landmine here as well.
Fearless troops have yet again destroyed the enemy's armor.
Looks like I think the Stuart went down there, trying to capture this point there. There goes light TF track. Grenadiers trying to advance them forward. And looks like these squads the engineer will capture the point there. And now those forces do capture that central VP. Now looking for the X players. Scorching this point was a horrendously bad idea. As Grenadiers trying to decapture this point there. Rifle squad does throw a grenade on top of them, wiping him out. And the point has been decaptured. Does scorch it once again. Both here, the engineers are repairing up this point. Intersections in this region. Grenadiers getting hit significantly. The US player throwing the Calliope barrage there. We've got the half track pushing way forward. Another Calliope barrage running on in. Gains great damage there onto those Grenadiers. Goes full back. Wipes out Grenadier squad. Drops the Panzer truck there. The half track stays alive for now. Points disabled. This point should be repaired relatively soon. It does wipe out another squad there, gets some veterans across the front line. Flak 88 has been recruited, and this one has been paired up and being captured up by the engineers. So to capture the points, well, we do have now the rifle squad eyeing for a sticky bomb somewhere. It does get a sticky bomb onto the half track. It takes to the half track there. Flak 88 should be declared relatively soon, and this one has been captured on up. It does retreat back immediately to avoid the artillery. Oops. Hey, minimap goes crazy once again. Rifle squad will be able to capture that point relatively soon as well. The Flak 88 does get decrewed. It may be a good idea if the rifleman squad actually capture up the Flak 88 and throw some rounds on that Hummel. They may actually draw fire from these Panzerschrecks to try to get it destroyed. He does capture the Flak 88 now. Very, very nice. This one has been disabled once again, and the central point has been repaired up. And also the intersection will be captured at the point now. Will they capture one? Maybe, maybe not. I think capturing a Flak 88 is probably a little better than capturing a Panzerschreck. Artillery barrage running on in. Got these forces trying to capture the point. Let's get a good hit there. See more artillery, force back the Panzer Grenadier, and this point has been captured up.
Enemy unit down.
He is just trying to general move orders on the Flak 88. Does get a good Panzerschreck shot there, and he did use Allied field repair on that Flak 88, which may still be. Yep, the Allied field repair is actually repairing up the Flak 88. I do hear a booby trap. This one has been repaired. Does see some booby traps there, the AI. Does drop a friend. This one's has been captured on up. The Axis players are quickly captured down. This point is going to be captured by the Allies. This capture will not be captured up by the players. So it looks like the Allies will win with an AI. Yep, the field repairs did repair up the Flak 88. Order of operations sometime. Trying to capture this point there. Got a Collide barrage running on in. That Panzer squad will not last all too long. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before I get started with the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. My apologies. And I'm back. Let's see now. We'll have time for one more replay. Do another 2v2. This should work fine. Or I could do this one. I think I may have done that one last week. So let's do this one. Oh, you can always revert back the stream to an earlier point to see it. Greetings everyone, Angrade here for another Couple Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the Panzer Elite forces. We have Andraz spawn on the bottom right side as the Wehrmacht forces. We have Smoko. Spawn on the left side as the US forces, we have Taylor, and spawn as the British forces, we have Lucky Strelet.
The objective is ours. Ready.
Leningrad has captured that strategic point there, just going around capturing up some sectors. Another Panzer Grenadier deployed on the field. Do we see a Doctrine lock-in? Don't see the camouflage, don't see the in the back seat. So he's an unknown Doctrine just yet, or an unselected Doctrine more precisely. Wehrmacht player, let's see now. What do you think? MG42, motorcycle, Schimwagen, or Volksgrenadiers? I'm guessing MG42. Nope, Schimmenwagen. Intersection and engineers captured the southern side of the map. Engineers capturing out more parts of the southern side of the map. Look like the allies are heavy capturing up down here. The Panzer players are trying to capture up here. And we got the Wehrmacht player eyeing for a bit of aggression down here. As Grenadiers are capturing up that sector. And now we do have the Scope Rifle Squad gain some damage around the Pioneers. Pioneers get forced on back. Schimmenwagen now push way forward. Over here, we got the Panzer Grenadiers now pushing down south as well. So it looks like the Axis players are really eyeing to advance. And they have not gotten the neutral sector there, which is a cutoff point, but this point is going to provide them some supply. Scope Rifle Squad has dropped off some model there. Schimmenwagen received minimal damage. Yep, it looks like you guessed incorrectly as well. Panzer Grenadiers now pushing their way forward. Engineers receive a bit of damage there. Scope Rifle Squad getting some chip damage. Ettingrad captured this munitions sector. Panzer Grenadiers push forward, getting a bit of damage there onto the engineers. And the Panzer Grenadiers see a bit of fire there. Riflemen gain some damage on the Pioneers. Scope Rifle Squad gain some damage on in. Rifle intersection does see a bit of suppression there from the MG42. MG42 trying to suppress down the Rifleman Squad. Looks like having a bit of trouble with that. Schimmenwagen trying to pursue this Brendan carrier. Schimmenwagen's not healthy, but the Brendan carrier is even less healthy. Fires a small burst there. Schimmenwagen gains a bit more damage received. And does see damage in the crit there. And this gets a damage in the crit there. But the other Brendan carrier is going to advance forward. And Schimmenwagen will not advance anymore. Panzer Grenadiers gain force on back. Rifle Squad finally received a bit of suppression there. One of the Pioneer squads do get forced back as well. Another Panzer Grenadiers also advancing forward. Our squad is falling back. Fast tier 2. I think that's what he's saying he's going for. Or maybe that's referring to the HQ command truck. I'm not sure if they refer tier 2 as the first structure or the second structure, because sometimes, because in Cub Heroes 2 people prefer the HQ building as tier 0. MMG carrier upgraded.
Pioneer squad reports. Replacements have arrived.
Overall, the Axis players have maintained great capturing. We've got now tier 2 being rolled out by the Wehrmacht player. So he may have been referring to himself as well. Intersection does consist the garrison. We have the MG42 Panzer Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers to remove that Scope Rifle Squad from that garrison. Rifleman squads now advancing on the flanks. Bit of fire here, can easily get suppressed. This Brendan carrier is now mounted up with some bolt action rifles. Does go and deposit them on the front line. It does go and pick them up on the front line. Cover squad is seeing quite a bit damage there. Rifle squad is facing forward. Flame engineers may aim to hit to burn out the garrison. This getting some great damage there. One rifle squad may fall back sooner rather than later. Severely wounded. And that rifle squad does get wiped out. This rifle squad is seeing a bit damage there as well. Falls back and got this Brendan carrier now driving away. MMG carrier gained some decent damage on the MG42 as well. And now the engineers see a bit of fire as well. Motorcycle or Schimmenwagen, or Kettengrad I should say. Still in the northern part of the map, we do now have the Panzer Command and Combat Company Plon Field, so it's likely going for some 222s. I guess he says you, I mean King somewhere. The person who's chatting is the Wehrmacht player. We do have the Volkswagen severely wounded, Engine 42 a little bit wounded. Volkswagen squad does fall back. We do now have a fresh Pack 38. For some odd reason, I don't know why. I think this may be armor command truck or field support truck. Wait. Didn't we see that out on the field? No, that was the regular HQ command truck that was moving forward itself. I'm just getting everything mixed up today. Flame on the way. Wait, Flame half track? Are we actually going to see a Flame half track? If section has deployed us, let's trench here, try and decapture the fuel point as well. Large number of rifle squads here, or rifleman squad and a engineer laying down landmine. Another engineer squad advances forward with a flamethrower. Entry 42 behind some light cover. Now this flamer pioneer is trying to does immediately skull this trench there and falls back.
Ready for orders.
And now got this half track pushing around. He doesn't have enough munitions for the flame upgrade. We have some tank traps being deployed on now as well. And now got the 2-2, getting a bit of damage on the retreat. Do we have a casualty clearing station over here? Nope. And the HQ command truck has packed up. He's trying to move forward to this munitions sector. It's a little bit risky there. Casualty clearing station there as well. He may want to go for a slit trench just in case. Does get a good knock around there. No flame half track just yet. Doing a great job of knocking him around. May see a bit of friendly fire damage. And he will escape on out of there now. That is a Wehrmacht landmine there. A lot of riflemen in the forest there. Getting a bit of damage on the half track. Due to firing some autocannon fire on something. Was that a model there? British medic. Thanks, Grenadiers. Push way forward. HF track trying to suppress down some of these rifle squads. Does soft retreat away. Another British medic charging forward. Does use the catching clearing stations, munitions to get some healing. And this half track's actually severely wounded, getting hit by some Piats. They have a couple of squads on the inside. Even the Bren gun and small arms does pose a threat to the half track at this moment in time. Does unload there. Rolls a miss there with the Pack 38. Finds a Panzer shot or Panzer shot there and does get damage and crit. As well as taking out the 251. Rifle squad's advancing forward. Sapper does fall back as well. We'll probably receive a bit of a machine gun burst there. Will not find this landmine. Does use suppressive fire there. He's really wanting that Piat squad dead. And uses a suppressive fire again. Gotta be very careful with 2-2s next to each other. They tend to do a lot of friendly fire damage to themselves. Or to each other. Rifle squad all behind some heavy cover there. May want to get it for a mortar half track this moment in time. Especially with the Ford HQ right there. A mortar half track or a grenade warfare wouldn't be half bad. As well as perhaps a Nebel Warfer. He is going for tier 3 right now. Does get a bit of suppression there. MG42 set up in a good position. And MG Carrot trying to get some damage on these 2-2s. Will not be all that great, however. Pack 38 setting on up as well. Light half track deployed on the field. Large number of these squads are suppressed. Intersection trying to plow the trench there. He's trying to really dig themselves in. More reasons why I think to go for Nebel Warfers and or Grenade Warfers. Will be mounted or unmounted. There's a mounted Grenade Warfer. LOS against line of sight. We do have a 17 or 25 pounder being pulled out right there. Light half track seeing a bit too much damage there and may get overrun by the rifleman. Who's trying to advance forward and does not save his light half track. Assault phase has now been deployed on the field. His pioneers are nowhere near deployed out the structure. And he's going straight for the battle phase. Panzer IVs, Ostwinds, Panthers will all be useful. PAC-30 does get decrewed by the 25-pounder. Close range barrage and MG carrier making their way forward. We do also have a lieutenant inside the slit trench, keeping it nice and warm for his men. D43 is advancing on forward, trying to get a bit of damage on in. He says he's going for the war from half tracks. Bernard Warfare eyeing for a flame mortar on top of the N1 AT gun. Looks at the flame spread out. There goes the MFG carrier. Got a bit of healing activated there. One casualty away from getting a free intersection, which it is on its way. Slit trench is almost destroyed. And there's a scree squad. G43 squad does get inside the slit trench there, but does get forced out by the Flamer engineers, and the Flamer engineers make themselves nice at home, keeping it very warm with those flames. And now the battle phase has complete. Do we have any of these pioneers back at home? Nope, neither of them back at home. Eating somewhere, I guess he's going for repair bunker soon. And now does use pointers and marksman there to wipe out that MG42, and since it was packed up, it was fully destroyed. Right now the Panzer or the Wehrmacht players lost quite a bit there. Let's check a look around. He has a bit of manpower, a bit of fuel. As Battle Phase 3. We do have now the Panzer Support Command. Bit of manpower, bit of munitions. Not a lot of fuel at the moment. No Panther research on the way. Don't know the progress towards it as well. Warframe in half track firing a barrage somewhere. They may get hit, overran relatively soon. Good chance to get wiped out, although the AT gun does roll a miss. He may have sticky bombs available, maybe not. Does get suppressed by one of the Panzer Grenadiers. Dude's on the high ground now. He does fall back with all the squads. May receive a bit of friendly fire damage here. We got another 25-pounder barrage over here. There's an AT gun there. I don't know. It could have. I thought it was an M1 or M2 at first. And more 25-pounder barrages just raining on in.
Orders coming. Warm up.
Let's see, it's gone for raw artillery, if that wasn't mentioned beforehand. And each player has gone for armor, going for some Calliopes.
Composition B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Level 1 protection now complete. You guys have a bit of manpower and munitions to work with, so enough for Allied War Machine. And right now the parade, not a lot of resources at the moment. Doesn't have the armor command truck, has a field support truck. 2 25-pounders on the field. 1 Piet squad, so after the Lions teammate for AT. 1 pack destroyed. Was it this one up here? Yep, that was fully destroyed. Incendiary grenade has been thrown there on the slit trench. These guys are going to stay nice and warm in there. And this other slit trench has actually been crewed by those Panzer Grenadiers. That can be a bit of a problem there. It's going to be hard for them to displace. I think the US player is going to need to bring up some engineers to get out of there. He does swap it out with the G43 squad. Very nice. And also the G43 squad receive a bit of damage there. Got the 2 advancing on forward. And the Panzer Grenadier squad does drop a model. There is a captain in this sector as well. You can perhaps keep him nice and back here to keep him nice and safe. You can throw him, build a slit trench for him, or get inside this slit trench so he has, so he doesn't have to worry about it getting captured like this. G43 squad starting to get overran. Does get out of there, does fall back. Both these two teams are still very healthy. SCGs to kill the flamethrower. It's going to be a bit of a trade, that's for sure. G43 is going to allow them to fight from it at a longer range. Heroic charge has been activated. Let's find some of these 2-2s here. No AT in this area. Pioneers try to salvage this wreckage. These fall back. And the Pioneer does go down. There's a landmine there. It's a variable landmine. And we got the Warframe half-track getting a barrage over here. It's mostly getting damage from the Flame Engineers. No Panzer Command plot on the field. We know he has that researched. Right from a squad just inside this little trench. He says he's 100 manpower away from Panthers.
Rejoice, Panzer. Roadblocks are now at our disposal.
Look at the Warframe half-tracks now eyeing for a barrage somewhere. Try to stop that point from being captured. They were successful. They drove them away. Panthers can now be called on in.
Send your mission orders.
And now they are being called on in. We had the
Enemy is
two
attempting
AT
to
guns
seize
this
a
region,
fuel point
getting a
from
bit of
us.
damage on these 222s. Another Warframe barrage there. The catch and clearing station is almost destroyed. May want to get it repaired up. 25-pounder barrage. Looks like a creeping barrage raining on in. Nope, it's just both of them firing that sector. Do now have another Warframe half-track being put on field. He does have Veteran 3 on light vehicles as well. Yep, it is risky. Split trenches are good, but you have to make sure you get rid of them. Maybe at this point in time, the Axis players need to deploy out a bit more flamethrowers, help them get them cleared. Doing which, actually, the mortar half-track actually went down. That was Carcass, not the light T half-track. Kettengrad right there could be recovered by a Berkantiga. I think does get a kill on the Carcass there. And both these Warframe models do go down. Warframe half-tracks eyeing for a barrage on the 25-pounder. Maybe I'll take out the repair engineer. There is a repair sapper. It does take out the 25-pounder there. Get a bit of damage on everything else as well. Command take the quad on the field. Does not receive any fire there. SCG squad just throws a grenade and falls back. Then let's go to that slit trench once again, so the SCG squad could rush forward to claim them. They're also pretty healthy as well. Rifle squad seeing a bit of damage there. AT guns are advancing forward. Rifle squad sneak inside the garrison. And maybe just stay inside the garrison with the riflemen. And people, so looks like he has selected doctrine. He's going for the Blitzkrieg doctrine. Warframe half-tracks firing away. They may be trying to hit these squads in their retreat. However, the exhaust... Oh, no, he's just trying to hit the split trenches. Never mind. Trying to hit the AT guns. Though the scatter is quite wide. Actually, he's split up his barrages there. Getting a bit of damage both on the retreating squads as well as the frontline squads. Panthers are... This one receiving quite a bit of damage there. 2's firing away. Well, no, eventually 2 at the moment. Yes, light vehicle efficiency affects the AT guns as well as the Warframe half-tracks. Yep. We'll be able to bring in a lot of artillery barrages.
Our base is under attack.
Sorry, I misread what you were thinking. Some 222 is still alive. He has 3 Warframe half-tracks, 2 PaK-38s, and 1 Pioneer, who is going for the Panzer Command. He may be eyeing for some tanks. He is eyeing for maybe for Knights Cross holders with a manpower from Manpower Blitz. More Fireflies have been employed on the field. He doesn't have efficiency on his light on his support units. We got more slit trenches being employed on out. His teammate, what does teammate go for again? Has he even selected a doctrine yet? Can't select on the Kettengrad. I haven't seen what doctrine he's gone for. 2 command points would suggest he's gotten a doctrine. Probably Scorched Earth. It's probably not Tank Hunter. Because most people rush out Hetzers for Tank Hunter. We don't see Any Panther trucks there, so it's probably Scorched Earth. Oh, either way, we'll find out soon enough, but it's probably strong likelihood it's not going to be Panzer IVs. And most people don't pull out Panzer IVs, so it's probably going to be Knights Crossholders. The armor player has a large amount of resources. He's saving up his command points for Calliopes and then eyeing to pull out Calliope or 3. It's going to need to hit those AT guns. 3 Warframe half tracks. We've got repair bunkers now going on up. He may go for Panthers. So I'm going to pull it out here. So let's see what it is. Knights Crossholders. He does have manpower blitz, and he is eyeing for Veterancy 3 infantry as well. Does get a decent hit there on one of the Warframens. Yeah, that was just only one Warframe barrage. He doesn't fire off the other 2 just yet. They are receiving some 2,500 barrages. There may be the counter barrage ability. Pack 38 does get the crude. Fresh Knights Crossholders to pull out of the field.
They are attacking secure territory of the fatherland.
Munitions observation post does see a bit of hits. Wolfram barrage. Iron barrage their retreat point. Maybe we'll take out an AT gun.
Honor and blood. Present this Iron Cross.
And now we've got Efficiency 3 infantry. Does get a
They
repair
are
station out
attacking
as well.
secure territory of the fatherland.
We have built a bunker.
I do have a lot of observation posts in the back line. If he's advancing on forward, rifleman squads to get in the garrisons and they'll split trenches. Two-2s and Panthers push way forward and hit these riflemen. You have the captain here as well. It does provide the defensive benefits in this sector here. Panthers does see a hit there, or Firefly does see a hit there. And Panthers are getting hit significantly. Does destroy the trench or scuttle it. I think he scuttled it. It's a grenade thrown. I don't think scuttling is blocked by any faction. Warframe barrage raining on in, trying to hit these various items. Though it looks like they are splitting every other direction. AT gun's still pretty much alive. SG squad is against the garrison. The does get a good frag in there, however. SG squad does fall back. Nice crossbow push way forward with the scope rifle squad. Scope rifle squad does get inside the garrison. Cinder grenade may come out. As grenades do get knocked around. The eye for this slit trench. It does get slit trench there. Immediately focus on the captain. It's going to be very, very hard to displace those nice crossholders. Most riflemen have thrown a frag, does scuttle it, and does retreat in time. So does all 3 models at the moment. SG squad advancing forward. They do get inside the garrison. Choose blitzing on forward, turn over on the AT gun. We've got a defensive steward here. Warframen barrage is raining on in. They may be trying to hit over here on top of the Fireflies. Fireflies a little bit damage. They may get a lot of other stuff. Good hits there on the command tank. Damage all across the board, but nothing too significant. That Pentagon squad may have been wiped out.
Field repairs complete.
So, looks like he says he's going for some Flamer Pioneers. Gonna need a bit more munitions for it.
Pioneers ready for duty.
Ready.
Ready for duty.
Do firing some damage there. Does get a good hit there onto the rifleman.
Ready for action, pioneers.
Veterans engaged.
And he's saving his manpower some Hummels. He has a large number of munitions as well as fuel. The armor player does have a bit of manpower, munitions, and fuel. Right now, he is deploying out, has a pair of M10 spawn fuel. Rifleman squads receive a bit of damage there. Calliope barrage raining on in. Does get some decent hits. But nothing too significant on any single target. The repair bunker is up here. And there is another repair bunker up there. He may need a third one. Rifleman squad is inside the slit trench. Something may have been destroyed there. Could have been an AT gun. I see wheels there, so it could have been an AT gun. More AT guns getting decrewed, at least.
The enemy is down to 300 points.
True. I guess they can rely on the grenades to displace the Axis squads who capture the trenches, but I suppose the Axis players don't really have any good way to clear out the trenches quickly. Two grenades do work, but they're not super efficient. And right now, what does the British forces have? Not a lot of manpower, nor munitions, plenty of fuel. Got some more landmines over here deployed up by the US forces. Warfman half-tracks eyeing for a barrage. Flaming Pioneers trying to clear out these trenches now. That's probably the best tool they have to clear out these trenches. Rifle Squad does get out of the trench. And Pioneers immediately gets helped inside, as well as Knights Cross Soldiers. And that falls back. This Rifle Squad could get wiped out. This other Pioneer Squad may capture the point. Those Knights Cross Soldiers capture the point.
Lines are collapsing.
US Flaming Engineers advance forward. They do get knocked around a little bit. Decides to take time to scuttle those trenches that they just secured. Very nice. Of course, the British player now keeping this sector secured. He's not really a good place to get out any sector artillery. Does get damage from crit there. Panthers need to start hitting these M10s, which are pushing way forward. Warfman trying to start to get hit. This other Panther is fully repaired. M10s receiving a bit of fire there. One M10 get main gun destroyed crit there. The 2-2s could finish off. Got a large number of sticky bombs there onto the Panther. Fully immobilized. One of the M10s have gone down. This Panther is severely wounded, trying to focus on these Warfman half-tracks. Does lose another M10 there. Does take out a Warfman half-track. Both M10s have recovered. Good hit there. Now there's Warfman half-tracks doing a bit of fire there. Panther maybe will finish off. Does finish off there. And now there's a lot of carcasses here for the Wehrmacht player to salvage. Though the Hensley player could try to pull out Birkin together to cover out the Panther. He doesn't crush that carcass. Captain does go down to the Knight. Ooh. Humo takes out the Knights Cross Holders. Knights Cross Holder does take out the Captain, and the central point is now scorched. Fresh M10s that were recovered have been redeployed. We're gonna hit some more of these Warfman half-tracks. M10 does go down. They may have hit a landmine going up. He does have some Pioneers for salvage. He does also eventually see 2 support units. A 4th Pioneer Squad deployed on the field. Panther gets another pen there. M10 falling back, rolls a bounce. U40. There's a slit trench right there somehow. M10 does fall back. There's some landmines here. A good number of landmines. A very, very good number of landmines. Looks like the Panzer Grenadier Squad does get fully wiped out. And good number of those carcasses have been destroyed. I don't think they were salvaged. Ooh, Pioneer Squad does go down. And the other one goes down as well. He's down to 2 Pioneers, which could salvage some of these wreckages. Let's try and salvage that wreckage. Such VP is still scorched. Flame Engineers trying to decrew the M1AT gun. And right now the Wehrmacht player still has 2 more from the half-tracks. And that Flame Pioneer does get forced back by a ploy designated marksman. We may see another ploy designated marksman here. It does use deploy designated marksman there. So the Flaming Pioneers do take time to go inside the slit trench and scuttle it. I'll go inside the slit trench there and pass. Actually, no, fight from it there to hit the Bren squad. 2-2 is trying to overrun the M1 AT gun, captured by the Brits. Main gun damage to crit there. Does get decrewed. This one will likely go down. 5 barrage running on in, trying to soften this Panther. Flame Engineer does force back that Bren squad. Now got these M10s pushed right forward. A couple of them a little bit damaged. They're getting stuck up on all the carcasses. Fresh pair of Panthers. Doing a bit of damage there. Maybe I'll take up both these M10s. Rolls a miss there. Now I've got these rifle squads pushing their way forward. Does throw an incendiary grenade there onto the rifleman. Yep, the VP is scorched. The SD rifle squad's pushing forward, trying to throw some more sticky bombs there. Damage and crit. And now the rifle squads are falling back. The incendiary grenade was thrown. 18 gun has been recruited. We've also got a stupid still in this region. And I've got a Calliope barrage rating on in. They took out something there. That looks like a creeping barrage being brought in as well. Hummel saying being petted by a Pack 38. And got some artillery barrages here trying to hit the casualty clearing station. Dude does fall back there. Stewart, cancer round does take out that Pioneer. That was his last Flamer Pioneer. Warframe barrage ringing. Got a pair of Fireflies here, as well as a pair of M10s. Right now, the Blitzkrieg player has a bit of manpower, a bit of munitions, a bit of fuel. More Knights Crossholders being blown in field as we rebuild those. And now I can blow out some stews. His teammate right now has a large reserve of manpower, has one Hummel, maybe eyeing for another Hummel. Could use some more Panzer Grenadiers as well, maybe Tank Busters at this point in time. The US player, the armor player, does have plenty of munitions, more manpower to work with, is a decent amount of fuel. Got some more M10s from plenty of fuel, so it'll be M10 number 3. And for the British forces, we have not a lot of munitions, not a lot of manpower, and a bit of fuel to work with. Rifle squad's trying to throw a sticky bomb onto the Panther, was successful. Got another Calliope barrage raining on in. Soften up these forces. Damage and crit there onto the Panther. Now we got the Panzer Grenadier being forced on the back.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Intersection pushing forward. Does get forced back there. Got this intersection here as well. Three M10s right now. Big Calliope barrage raining on in. More Panthers being put on the field, so he's not eyeing for additional Hummels, eyeing for additional Panthers. So they're all being softened up. They still have 2 repair bunkers up here to utilize. Though I think the repair engineers may be a little bit dead. M10's not trying to forward. There's a Pack 30 and the Panthers in this region. Damage crit there. Get some hits there onto the 251 half track. More hits there. Takes out one. Second artillery now raining on in. 2 M10's gone down. Main gun destroyed. Crit there, so that's basically good as dead. And does take out those M10s. And that does get him up. They're all damaged. He's all pop cap as well, so you can't reinforce that Panzer Grenadier. And Knights Crossbows gains good damage on the Bren squad. Bren squad may go down there. Bren squad not going down just yet, and actually does get saved for now. Knights Crossbows falling back, and we've got now a Warframe barrage there. Does lose the Knights Crossholders. Did that Panther just go down? Yes, he just lost a Panther there. All the Panthers need repairs. And right now, the Wehrmacht player needs to get out some Pioneers' help to try to salvage some of these carcasses. That's across the first right forward, trying to get some capture up that VP. The central point has been repaired. It is counted down against the Panzer League players, or the Axis players, I should say. Ooh, that second artillery just got how many kills? There was 2 squads there, right? It was gone in a second. Panther stood still there and received a lot of misses. Hummel barrage raining on in. Casualty clearing station down here still needs one more casualty to get a free squad. another casualty clearing station here as well, so he has a lot of medics on the field that he should be able to maintain good intersection deployment, assuming they reduce casualties and not get blown up by all the artillery. Last of the trenches here does start garrisoning them up. And we've also got a medic station up here as well. One of the British medics is dropping off casualties here as well, so both players can get casualties. Not sure where that artillery barrage rained on in. Dwarf half-track's a little bit wounded there as well. Now let's go trying to capture this point. His teammate, does he have any 2-2s remaining? No, he does. Yeah, he does have 2-2. He may just want to camp it right here. Or more probably camp it right here, just to make sure the point doesn't go down. More sledge trenches being pulled on the field. Here, artillery raining on in. Artillery found 3 Pioneer squads, annihilates them all. Sledge trenches being dug on in. Rifleman squads push forward. I don't think that Brit has really transitioned. He's been maintaining good Firefly production as well as maintaining some 25-pounders. He has more of a balanced composition, to say the least. Yeah, his composition is still pretty balanced. He has a lot of intersection on the field thanks to those casualty recovery bunkers. There's good number of command points as well. Here, what I thought I heard of was a regular Nebelwerfer. Oh, that's 4 shots. Yep, that is a Nebelwerfer barrage there. Calliope's raining on in. Though this is not a great spot for Calliope. They're down the hill, and so a lot of the rockets rained in right there. That's quite sort of trying to capture the central BP. I did hear a landmine detonation somewhere, maybe in this squad here. Lieutenant Hiroko charging forward. Nice cross-quarter does go down. He has enough munitions there for another manpower blitz. Nice cross-quarter may go down as well. Actually still has all 3 models alive. One model does get dropped. The Incendiary grenade has been thrown to clear out the trench. Let's just go and brave it. Got some more Nebelwerfer barrages over here. He does have efficiency 3 support weapons now.
We are losing ground.
And he is starting to burn some of these trenches up. Oh, there's the squads inside. Yep, he's getting burned up quite a bit. That's actually not fitting that split trench at the moment. Scope squad inside the garrison. Rifle squad push way forward. And maybe he'll pick up that bar right there. I got some more artillery barges raining on in. Let's drop a bar there, or repick. Yeah, he picked up a bar, then dropped the bar, I think.
Not very pretty, but that should be okay.
Another casualty clearing station pulled on the field.
Section ready.
More Nebelwerfers raining on in. This one does get decrewed, as well as the Warframs. And this is starting to get burnt out, and so does this one. I got the Warfman barrage raining on in pretty accurately. You have now these M10s. They do find landmine there. Does get forced back. Panther in pursuit. I've got the other Panther in pursuit as well. Clyde barrage raining on in. Does get some hits there onto the end on the Panther. Nothing too significant. Those Panther has to be still be a bit careful. Allied war machine's been activated. Ain't got a short crit there. Destroyed engine crit there. Focus on other targets. It doesn't pose a to him anymore. He can't really run away. Does lose the M10 to the Clyde barrage there. Does take out Panther. This M10 may escape on out of there. Does not escape on out of there. This one needs to escape out of there. Can't be recovered.
Contact! German infantry!
Nebelwerfer barrage raining on in. Bit of damage there, nothing too significant at the moment. And here the 25-pounder barrage, let's get on a sector overwatch. Or counter barrage, say. Right the Hummel. Or Nebel Warfare's raining on in. Somewhere. Or he's at damage in the slit trenches. Hey, he's pinging somewhere, saying going somewhere. Still got these trenches here, still being a bit of a problem. Antonio is trying to capture the central VP. They also got some 2500 barrages into the space once again. One Nebel has been destroyed.
Penetrated the line.
Antonio is trying to decapture the point. They may want to scorch it. And they do get fully pinned by some artillery. Calliope barrage now running in as well. Let's see, what if the brick does have a bit of resources to work with, but nothing too significant. And it's not charging forward. And 10 receiving quite a bit of damage right there. People falling on back. And there goes the main gun.
NCO report. Lieutenant is KIA.
Lieutenant has gone down. Intense have been battered and bruised. Main gun destroyed right there. Still alive. Does take out that one. Does fall back.
German target has been destroyed.
Warframe barrage running on in. May have got something down over here. Another Calliope barrage raining on in. Stopping up the Panther. That Warfare's pushing on. Firing a barrage somewhere. Knight's Crossbows do fall back. And it looks like it's trying to clear out these trenches now. That intersection is starting to get burned up by the Nebel Warfare. And does throw in Sync Grenade before falling back. Get a bit of damage there. Does build another slit trench. And sector artillery has been called in the sector. Rifleman squad does see a bit of fire there with the Panthers. The British forces has plenty of resources at the moment. The US player has a lot of manpower, can now call him a Pershing. He should have enough population space now for a Pershing. And tends to gain some damage there onto the Panthers. Those eventually see two Panther.
Counting down.
The Panzer League player does have plenty of manpower, munitions, and fuel. And there's a good hit there from sector artillery onto that M10. Panther line up a shot there on the M10. Does roll a miss there. And there goes another Panther there. Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward, gaining force back to that Rifleman. That Rifle squad does get hit once again. Panzer Grenadiers push away forward. He called the Cali barrage, and he was right. Continue advancing forward. Panzer Grenadier may want to throw City Grenade there. This Panzer Grenadier does fall back. The other one's going to push their way forward. Got another casualty clearing station there, trying to get some forward healing and these slit trenches.
Comrades report the enemy has destroyed a vehicle.
I see they lost another Panther or some sort of vehicle, maybe in the 2-2. Takes a good time for a Warframe barrage there. Warframe barrage raining a little bit farther back. Got Hummel barrage heating here as well. Maybe a good time for another Warframe barrage. This Bren squad does get destroyed. Panther see the bounce there from the Firefly. Gets a pen there now. Rushing up his way forward. Panther was a bounce there. Good pen there onto the Panthers. Got 3 Panthers in this region. Nebel Warfare barrage raining on in. Now got more Calliope barrages also as well. Pack 38. The gun itself is almost destroyed. STG Scorch trying to make their way forward. They may be trying to scorch the point. That looks like a scorch attempt to me. And the point has been scorched and does fall back. You may get wiped out though. And they're receiving quite a bit of damage right there. Does see a stick bomb as well. Short engine right there. And 180 or Pack 38 gained some shots there. This Panther's also severely wounded, needs to fall back as well. Warframe barrage push way forward.
Proving its superiority once again.
Does get a bit of damage over here. Takes out the US medic station. Panther here does go down. We got another round of sector artillery raining on in, so that rifle squad could get hit severely. This Panther may get his engine destroyed. Fully immobilized. Pack 38 will get overran by the rifle squad there, but the Sector truly could annihilate the Knights Crossholders if not careful. Does not get annihilated. Got Nebula for Barrage just raining on in. Everything's on fire now.
The enemy is weakening even now.
And it looks like the Backman squad there does get stuck and does get gunned down. As Crossholders taking time to perhaps make use of all these slit trenches there. He's going to stick in that one, make it some nice new home there. Going to receive a lot of use in there. Could use the medical supplies there to get some good healing to make it even harder to displace him, but now he's going to receive some flame engineer fire. And with all that, does go and scuttle and falls back. No music is currently playing at the moment, so switch over to his teammate. Not a lot of manpower, nor a lot of manpower income. Has a small amount of munitions, plenty of fuel. And he does have a large number of infantry squads on the field. STG squad does get inside the garrison. Stewart firing away. Nebula for frying a barrage. Panther does receive a sticky bomb there. Nice Crossholders firing away against the rifleman. Does get a shot there as well. Nice Crossholders inside the garrison. This Nice Crossholders pushing way forward. Gain some damage there. Rifleman squad receiving a nice hit there by the sector artillery. This intersection does get forced back as well. Nebula for barrage there almost hits the Knights Crossholders. Warfman barrage, Nebula for barrage, Calliope's raining on in.
Our base is under attack.
More artillery raining on in. Pioneers do get wiped out. Need to kind of repair all that up. Knights Crossholders do get finished off by the repair sappers. And now we do have another captain in this sector as well. And now that Firefly does go down, these sectors do fall back there. The Knights Crossholders and the Panther Grenadiers could get a bit damaged. Knights Crossholders do fall back. Pershing advancing forward, unvetted. Panthers. How many Panthers are on the field? There's 2 at the moment. They're not exactly doing all too well in health. The repair box is still up here. In fact, now there's 4 up there, so there's going to be a lot of repairs for the Panthers. He does have plenty of manpower for Panthers, just need a bit more population space. But maybe Grenada not to pull out any more Panthers at the moment. There's not been a whole lot of M10s. Right now there's 2 M10s in the Pershing. We also have a Stuart command tank and an AT gun. There's no Fireflies. That's Crossholders pushing forward. Oh yeah, maintaining. Looks like they're all maybe dead now, though. There's no more casualty clearing station except for way back here. In my opinion, people go for medics. Going for 2 medic stations can give you a lot of squads. It's easy to kill 2 medics. It's really hard to kill 4 that respawns twice as quickly. Warframe barrage raining on in. More artillery raining in there as well. Night Crossholders getting some damage on that rifle squad. As a Bren, the rifle squad's about to go down. Allied Orange is activated. It's going to sack his Pershing there. Receive bounce there. Does lose the Pershing. One of the Panthers severely wounded. These M10s are seeing a lot of friendly fire damage there. Does get fully immobilized as well. Yep, there's a hill there, and they hit those M10s far, far too much. So he killed his own M10s here. That one does go down, and that one's easy pickings. As Crossholders push way forward. I think as well that Brit, he has been in manpower, but he's been maintaining good supply of these intersections. They've been actually a bit disposable, if believe it or not. Since he has so many medic stations. As Crossholders 8, that canister around pretty bad. Does fall back now. Another Nebula for barrage raining on in. Warfman barrage, Global barrage trying to hit this 17 or 25 pounder. Stewart does go down, needs to push way forward. Do have some Panzer Grenadiers inside these slit trenches. So some carcasses around. A bird can take a can, of course, recover it, or the barrel player can take time to salvage it. And it's getting repaired up in no time with 8 repair pioneers. Two US snipers now pulled on the field. They both had 1 and 0 kills. They are due to crew the Pack 38. And it looks like the field support truck does see a bit of damage here. Its engine's now critted. Intense push way forward, as well as the Pershing. As crossroads are also advancing forward. Let's force back the rifleman. Deep sections do stop their construction efforts there. He may lose the Knight's crossholders. He loses the Knight crossholder to the Hummel barrage. It does fall back now. Grand squad does get annihilated, I believe, or maybe he didn't. Got now the also see a bit of fire there. Snipers are also dead. Nebelwerfer barrage is raining on in. US player has spent quite a bit of reserve resources there. I wonder if he has does have the level 2 supply yard. Oh, I think they're dead on the ground. That's where his fireflies are at. Right now, it's not their armor they're having trouble with. They're having trouble with all the artillery. So I think maybe rushing down, maybe Cromwell's would be a little bit better. Rush down the artillery pieces.
Losing ground out there.
Maybe even priests. We now have the Pershing and the Panther now engaging each other. Pershing's starting to fall back there. There's a US landmine here, which could be detonated by a stray shot or by the Panther charging forward. But we do have potential sticky bomb there. Good pen there. Good miss there. That's crossover does inside the garrison there. HQ command truck is starting to get destroyed. If they can actually scorch this point, that could be pretty good. Then they can bring in sector artillery.
Down.
Nebelwerfer barrage now raining on in. Knight's crossover do go down. And now the intersection receive a bit of fire. Half track does fall back there. Nebelwerfer barrage is raining on in. £25 trying to get repaired on up by the repair sapper. And he is getting burnt down as well. He needs to get that repair sapper repairing. It's pretty close to losing it. There you go. Now he will save it. His section's pushed away forward. Pentagoners do soft retreat away. Get a gunner killed crit there onto the Panther. Let's see the pen there as well. Sniper shots, 3 snipers, 1 field. Pershing falls back. Panther does have pushes to Pack 38 back on off. Calliope barrages are raining on in. The Panther's eating quite a bit of rockets there. The 1 Pack 38 does get decrewed. This one eats some rockets. Knight's crossroads getting picked off by the snipers. I got the Warframe barrage there trying to hit the 25 pounders. HQ command truck is alive, but barely. 25 pounder does go down. Have to push your way forward. Maybe we'll finish off the HQ command truck. I think that's a good idea. There we go. We've got now the Pack 30 finish off the HQ command truck there. The Panther does get button. HQ command truck is now destroyed. But now we can just decrew the point, neutralize the point, and then scorch it. And they can bring in sector artillery in that sector. Pack 38 needs some good damage on the Panther.
Enemy unit down.
AT gun does get fully destroyed there. And now got field repair being activated by the US player. Pershing severely wounded. Still getting buffed from here. Split trench trying to be repaired on up. SCG squad advancing on forward as well. And does go ahead and hit it with an incendiary grenade. Calliope barrage raining on in.
Enemy unit down.
That squad does go down. Panther severely wounded, but there's still those 4 repair bunkers. Panther's trying to push his way forward. 3 EOS snipers on the field. EOS player still has plenty of resources to work with. Let's see now. The Brit does have some resources to work with. Does have a new HQ command truck redeploying that sector there. The sector is currently still Scorch, the VP.
Sector under attack.
And right now the Brit is actually out of resources. There's going to be another Sapper squad. 4 snipers. They're getting burned up by the Nebelwerfers. Asks his teammate to go for it to deal with the snipers. Nice crossroads charging forward. Picks off one the Panther. Unable to pick off another. Panther's coming in efficiency too. His other ones are unfit at the moment. He has 4 Panthers on the field. His teammate could use another manpower blitz if he has off cooldown. Does have a bit of munitions, as well as plenty of fuel. Rolls a bounce there. Split trench right there. He's trying to eye for the southern point, but there's just too much force there, including some stewards. Those Knights customers will not like to see be around those stewards. Got a Calliope barrage now raining on in, trying to get some good damage here. Got the other Warframes receiving a bit of damage. Pershing rolls a bounce there. I got another Warfare barrage there. Does go ahead and evacuate to another trench there. Does get a sticky bomb onto one of the Panthers. Destroyed engine crit there, so it's going to be crawling away. It got sick artillery now hitting this rifleman squad. And somehow the Knights Crossroads did actually make it all the way down here. Seen a bit of 30 cal emplacement fire. Up north, Scope Squad have also decaptured this point as well, so all points are currently neutral. One's on fire. Knights Crossroads going to capture this point there. Got the command tank trying to disrupt them. And the point has been captured. This point, Panthers getting some decent hits there, being slowed down by the tank traps. Gigapons can now be called on in. This point has been captured by the Brits as well. So they exchange VPs for the time being. We got this Sapper squad trying to decapture the southern point. The northern point is going to be captured up by this nice crossroads now. The Panther, however, will find the Brit HQ command truck there and will start destroying it.
Veteran seat gain.
Panther receiving a bit of fire there. The support truck's now down. He still has the armor command truck and the HQ command truck. Snipers, however, receiving some artillery fire. Those are Calliopes. Panther's charging right forward. Got another Warfare barrage raining in, as well as Warfare barrages. In other words, a large amount of artillery. The Wehrmacht player has, well, a large amount of artillery. And now we've got the incredibly rare artillery officer. Very nice. Those are the Brits casting GG. And it looks like the Allies have backed out of the game now. So that's going to be the end of the replay. More artillery raining on in, and that is the end of the replay. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So as I mentioned beforehand, that is my last replay for tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.